Ceviche is one of those things that sounds fancy, and it is, but it's super easy to make and requires zero cooking. Ceviche is made up of fish or shrimp, and it's cooked in citrus juice. So typically lime juice, and the acid from that kills any potential bacteria, plus it kind of cooks the flesh. So it's perfectly safe to eat. Perfect thing to serve for any special occasion. I've got a blend of colorful, fresh, crunchy vegetables. This is a time where you really want to put your knife skills to use because it is aesthetically pleasing to have everything chopped in the same size. That way you get a little bit of everything in every bite. Any firm fish will do. I'm using sea bass, which is classic and Peruvian style ceviche. It's mild, it's very fresh tasting, it's firm, and it's perfect for ceviche. You definitely want to remove the skin, and then you want to dice your fish up. So a little bit bigger than the veggies because this is the star of the show. Other fish you might want to try is mahi-mahi for this, just because it's nice and firm and mild. The main thing to remember is that you want it to be the freshest fish possible. This really isn't a time to use frozen fish and thaw it out. The flavor is key because you're tasting it in its most natural state. Go fresh or go home. Everything's prepped and now we toss it all together. Again, the lime juice is gonna cook the fish. You can't do this too far in advance because it will overcook and you don't want that to happen. So 30 minutes to an hour is about the max from the time you toss it with the lime juice to the time you eat it. The key components though are definitely citrus, definitely chilies, and definitely the fish. Also, I would say definitely onion. But after that, you do you, boo. Here's what I'm gonna do. Tomato, onion, a couple jalapenos that have been seeded and chopped. I love the cool crunch from cucumber, so that's going in. That red bell pepper. To balance out the heat and tang, I'm going in with a little bit of mango. And that's it, you wanna stir to coat. We're gonna let this go about 10 to 15 minutes to cook that fish before we add in the final ingredients. You'll notice it's not all submerged in the lime juice, so you're gonna wanna toss it every few minutes during that time. Come take a look, you'll see how all of this fish has changed shape and has become cooked. This is what it looked like before we cooked it in the lime juice, and there it is afterwards. You'll see that it went from a solid piece to really opaque and starting to flake apart, showing you that it's a cooked piece of fish. And to finish with flavoring, I'm gonna balance out some of this acid with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and season it with a little salt. The final couple ingredients are avocado and some cilantro. You don't wanna add the avocado in the beginning because all that tossing would just turn this to mush. So I'm gonna add that just before serving. Okay, one final toss. It's best served with tostada shells or better yet, freshly fried tortilla chips. Look at that. Gorgeous. That is a party in your mouth. It's so light and fresh, and it's just a great change from all those hot, cozy, comforting, filling meals. But it could not be any easier. You saw it, no cooking required. I'm going to find that cold martini.